Okay, Vivian.
So, hi everyone, my name is Irene. I was just telling those who joined us on the hour, hi John, that we'll give people another 2 more minutes and then we can start at 5 past, 7, but that will be 5 past the hour for the people in India or in Asia. I'll be taking you through this session with Doreen. Hi, Doreen. Say something.
Hi, Irene, and hi, everyone. Very excited to be here today and looking forward to a great session together. Thank you.
Thank you, Doreen. It's all about love. So I was just making Doreen smile. I was telling her that I wore red today in support of the love and the red color and everything. But that's just me. Anyway, please tell us where you're joining us from in the chat, and tell us how the weather is wherever you are. Just share it in the chat, or you can pick up the mic if you're willing. You can tell us how you are, where you're joining us from, how's the weather. Is it warm? Is it hot? Is it annoying? Yeah. Hi, Monica, long time. Nice to see you. It's been a while, eh? Yeah. So we have. Yeah.
Can I go?
Yes.
So
yes.
My name is Anna Grace. I'm in Tanzania, Dodoma, the capital city of Tanzania. The weather here, it's too dry, but at this hour, it's a bit chilly. And I found a nice Airbnb. It's amazing. Oh, amazing. I feel like Valentine is already here. That's where I am.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Anna Grace.
Thank you.
Yeah. I can see that we have Vivienne from Rwanda. Thank you, Vivienne, from joining. Are you in Kigali or different town? We have Avan Tinker from India, spring and, it's spring and still cool. Oh, okay. And Morale is having some issues. Are you still able to speak to us, Morale, now?
Yeah, I can. I'm joining from, joining from Hyderabad, India. Yeah. The weather is getting warmer here in this part of India. And yeah, it's quite pleasant actually.
Thank you. So we have Abanet joining from Addis, and it's hot in Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. Then we have Rwanda is warm. We have Gayatri joining from India, and it is warm. We have Mombasa, 32 degrees, but it feels like 40, John. I still think, for me, I'm about 100 kilometers from where John is, and I think I feel like it's at the coast of Kenya, and I feel like it's.
I don't know what it means when it says feels like 40, because if it feels like, then it is, surely.
Yes, it
I've never understood that.
That's what they say. Yeah. Monica is joining from Germany, and the weather is cold. We are exporting. We are looking for funds in Kenya, and we are exporting some sunshine. So we'll be sending some, as far as you send us some money in euros. We'll appreciate it. Rachel is joining from Uganda, and it's been hot. Yes, I think East Africa is quite hot at the moment. Then we have Patrick. Hi, Patrick. Nice to see you, and thank you for joining. Who is joining from Harare in Zimbabwe, and it's warm with drizzles. Oh, those showers are usually very welcome. And Aichi is joining from Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, very hot and humid. Yes, at the coast. Yeah, I think the coast of East Africa at the moment is really like burning. So we make sure we hydrate and stay hydrated and drink a lot of fluids and that thing. So It's so good to see everybody. Thank you for joining. I can see Gertrude Mithamo. Thank you for coming. I know you from Malindi, and I'm so happy that you could join. Anyone else who wants to tell us something before we begin? Anyone wants to take up your mic? Please remember that you're welcome here. You don't have to put on your videos. But if you do, that would be nice, because then we can get to know you, we can get to meet you. But in case your connectivity is a little interesting, then don't do so. So we appreciate that. So we are going to start, and we are going to play some music that, you know, we are into AI nowadays, and we created with something called Suno. So we are going to play some music for you as we start, and just for a few minutes. If you want to dance, you can dance on your seat. You can stand up and dance, and let's see how that works out. Let's see. It's called the Facilitators Groove.
In a room,
you can hear?
On a screen,
yes.
Africa's light stays evergreen. AI magic in our hands, facilitate across the lands. Hybrid world, work and play. Generative minds pave the way. Face to face or digital view. Observation shapes the views. Facilitators groove the vibe. AI sparks and we all jive. Sessions blending hearts ignite. Africa shines so bright. In the village or the town. Online lifted, never down. AI's wisdom, pure intent. Transforming spaces, moments spent. From Nairobi to Accra, digital waves like the stars. Ideas bloom in the night. Facilitators find the light. Facilitators groove the vibe. AI sparks and we all jive. Sessions blending hearts ignite. Africa shines so bright.
So I think
Facilitators groove the vibe.
so. The thing is this: you can actually create a lot of music with Suno, and all you need to say is tell it, you know, what you want. Yeah, what you want it to like play, and then you can have it you know, create. So it's about creating music. It depends on the prompt that you send to it, and then it creates a music. It's about making it as real as possible if you want. I know most of us don't believe in AI, but we are getting there with time. We'll get there. So thank you for listening. So we are going to begin, and I'm going to share my screen so that we start the session now. Okay. If I can find what I'm looking for. So we just played the music, so I'm going to go on to the next one. So thank you, everybody, those who have joined. I see Alicia is here, and quite a number of people have joined us when we started. My name is Irene, for those who have just come. The Heart of African Facilitation is something that started last year. It was originally the Heart of Kenyan Facilitation, but it evolves, everything evolves, and we are here to provide professional facilitators to support meetings, share knowledge, networking, and just, you know, enhance the effectiveness of facilitation, either face-to-face or hybrid or whichever way we want it, encourage each other to facilitate in this and other facilitators, communities, and foster a sense of belonging. So you're welcome here in whichever way you are, and we appreciate that you are here. I'm going to hand over to Doreen, please. Over to you.
Thanks so much, Irene, and hi, everyone. Very excited to see you, and the fact that it's a loves month. When you were beginning, an address mentioned about Valentine's. So because it's a Valentine's week, and Valentine's is associated with the heart and love, and facilitating with love, we would want to get to have a pulse check before we begin and see how is your heart today. And for you to be able to share with us how your heart is, we have picked some heart-shaped marbles of different colors. We've got green, different shades of blue and white, and many other colors. So we'd want to see how is your heart today. So you can pick whatever color and tell us how you feel. You can pick the mic. You could also write in the chat. So however you feel free to just tell us how is your heart today. So the floor is open. Let's get to hear. Oh, Ganiga has already written something on the chat. I'll allow us to continue writing and picking the mic. And they're saying that my heart is full of love. I've picked green, unconditional love, which has no agenda. Love that. And impersonal love, not aimed at any person. That's fantastic to hear. Let's get to hear another person. How is your heart today? That is green. What about you? Vivian says that theirs is full of gratitude. Monica says their heart is full of joy. Great to see so many interested colleagues. I would be interested to just get to hear also someone picking the mic and telling us how their heart is. Mm-hmm.
Hi, so this is Avantika from IAF India, calling from Pune. I am feeling very peaceful. I think it's been a long day of facilitative training, but coming into this session, just the vibes are amazing. So thank you. It makes me feel really calm and peaceful.
Thanks so much, Avantika. Peaceful. Which color would that be if you were to choose the color?
I think just maybe purple. I don't know why, but just purple. Yeah. Gravitating to that today.
Thank you. Thank you. Rachel says that theirs is yellow and full of mellow. Aichi, the heart is at peace and joy. For the color, it's white and no cloud at all. Peaceful. Nice. Which color does gratitude has? Let me ask. Is a question right on the chat. Which color would gratitude have? Patrick says that their heart is purple because they feel it has multiple feelings and emotions. Vivian, are you answering that the color for gratitude is purple? I do not know. And Grace, my heart color is tiger's eye. It's full of energy, filled with love, peace, and gratitude. Maureen, my heart is blue this month. 25 years ago, I lost someone. Sorry for that. Very close. So I spent time looking at their photos, reminiscing the good old times. Sorry, and we continue wishing you comfort. Ganiga, I'm reminded of a novel, Color Purple by Alice Walker. Oh, wish we had time. We can talk about what the novel says and what you've picked out of it. So I can see different people have different feelings, feelings of joy, feelings of gratitude, and feelings of, I like the one who said a mixture of them and a mixture of emotions. So welcome all of us with the different feelings. Mine, I would say, is yellow. I'm full of joy and looking forward to a joyful session. So thank you so much. We're going to now be going to our groups, and before we go to our groups, to talk a little more about love. So Irene, take us to this. So we are going to be introducing ourselves to the other person, and we share with them a story, a very short story where we felt loved and appreciated by a facilitator in a session or in a group setting. So Irene is going to be putting us in groups, and in those groups, you're going to be sharing a very short story where we have felt loved and appreciated by a facilitator in a session or in a group setting. We are going to do that in 5 minutes. So Irene will put us in those groups, and then let's enjoy as we remember, as we reminiscence, as we have time to reflect. So Irene, to you, let me know when you've managed to put us into the groups, and enjoy while at it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, feel free to join the rooms already.
Yes, I've opened the rooms, so people need to click on join the rooms. Yeah.
Please join the rooms as you go. Enjoy while at it. Okay. Ganiga, are you able to join? Vivian?
I think Vivian had two
gadgets.
Yes, so one of them, yeah, so we probably we can move one to one of them. So just yeah. Let me stop recording now so that we don't. Hi everybody, welcome back. It's never enough, huh? Welcome back, everybody. We appreciate that you're back. Doreen? Is Doreen back? Yeah, you're there. Okay. Back to you, Doreen.
Yes, thank you so much, Irene. Indeed, it's never enough time to, whenever we go to our breakout rooms and have conversations. But we'll just be interested to get to hear what it is that you've been able to share, what insights you've gotten when people have attended different facilitation sessions and they may have felt loved. What did that look like? So I will allow us to take the mic and share, and it's also okay for us to share it right on the chat. So any of us could go in the different rooms. Yes, please go ahead. Could raise your hand. You could still pick the mic and talk.
Yeah, maybe I can do this. Hello from Germany. Hi, my name is Monica. I did not manage quick enough to unmute myself. So the question was somehow where we felt comfortable and share a story. And with my group members, Gertrude was there, someone from India, sorry that I can't record the names. There was something said about, yeah, feeling hold, have kind of a nice confidential environment, being felt supported, and yeah, that was the story about, and I can just say that was or is the same for me.
Right, thank you so much, Monica, for sharing with us. Yes, Ramana, your hand was up.
Yeah, we had a small group of 3 people, and Grace was there. She said she was loved and appreciated by Irene from Kenya, and it helped a lot. Irene is here, okay. They both speak Swahili very well, and Irene understands the Tanzania brand of Swahili. which is different from Kenyan accent of Swahili, yeah? And then John Conwell got a lot of love and appreciation from, I mean, we have conducted a training on that guy who has passed away. What was his name? I forgot. John, can
Basil.
you please, you're
Basil.
unmute.
Basil.
Can you unmute and supply the
Basil.
name?
Yeah, Basil.
That's Basil.
Basil
Yeah,
Mannings.
exactly. Thank you. Thank you, Elisha. Thank you, Erin. Then me, I told about a client's name. There's a guy named Mr. Venkat from a company called Synchrony International. It's a part of GE Capital. He loved my training so much. He has given me plenty of opportunities. And another colleague, Gayatri, is also here. She also worked for the same company. So we received a lot of love and affection from that particular client. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ramana, for sharing that. I feel you've mentioned a number of people in the room, and thanks that they have felt acknowledged, appreciated during facilitation sessions. And some of the people that did that are right here. Monica also mentioned about confidence, which is a great attribute to associate with love. We could have one more last person before we move to the next session. One more person from a different team. Oh yes, please go ahead.
So you're on mute, sorry, Gayatri.
Yes. Yeah, this is Gayatri here. As C.V. Ramana sir, we worked together, he said, with the Synchrony International. That's the same company. We had number of programs, training sessions we did with together. Nice to have the team today. I'm very happy today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ganiga. Indeed, having work coming out of an interaction is a space where we will feel acknowledged and appreciated and taken care of. So thank you so much for that. There's also Paul who said that they felt heard and included. Now, what does love do in facilitation? I like the fact that we've mentioned a number of things, and I just want to begin with what Paul has said. They feel heard, they feel included, and we have different ways that we show love. It comes in how we take care of the participants. It comes in how we empathize with them, in how we support them. So it comes in different ways. So I would just want us to have a discussion and ask ourselves, do you feel that love can enhance collaboration in a facilitation session? Yeah. Do you feel that love can enhance collaboration in a facilitative session? So like as facilitators right here, do you feel if we had love or love was expressed to us in a facilitation session, either as participants or us doing it, does it enhance collaboration? I'll ask us to pick a mic and talk or write in the chat. It's a very open session. Please feel free to pick.
There's someone who is saying no love, no collaboration.
Oh, indeed, no love, no collaboration, because how do you collaborate with one that you're not in sync with? Yes. Yes, Monica, please go ahead.
Yeah, the answer is yes, you feel it. I have twice experienced this, or several times, when you don't like the colleagues. If you facilitate a session and you don't like your co-moderator, people feel it. If you love your group of people you are working with, people feel it. And and the authenticity, which shows that you're really interested in the topic and interested in supporting them. So the answer is yes.
Oh, thank you so much, Monica, for telling us that you cannot hide it. If you're not in sync with the people that you're facilitating to, or you're facilitating with, it shows, and the energy shows right there. Thank you so much for sharing that. There's right on the chat, someone else had mentioned, Rachel said that yes, love creates acceptance and trust. Indeed, people allow each other into their spaces if they feel that they are loved and they feel that they are accepted, and that creates a bond of trust. Yes, John also agrees with Monica very much that indeed the energy shows when people love one another. And he also says it's true that it can happen that you don't like your co-facilitator and you don't get along with them. And it's good to talk about it. What happens if, that is what John is saying, what happens if you're not getting along with that person that you are working with? Well, yes. It's something that is very important to also just unpack and see how you get along. It's an interesting discussion. I hope we will find an opportunity on the third question to discuss that. And yeah, let's now get to, have I left out anyone? Have I left out anyone else?
I wanted to say something, Doreen, about love for facilitators or other people you are working with. I remember at one point we were reading an article and it said that it's important to choose to love your participants or your co-facilitators. It's a choice that you make because things have to go on. So I don't know how other people feel about it. So back to you.
Wow, thanks for throwing in that word that we have a choice, and it's important to choose to love our participants and our fellow workers as we facilitate. Now, John had put in a spanner into the works, and I'm asking, can love then be a tool for conflict resolution? Because we may not always agree, but then can love be that tool that we can use as an area that we can enable?
Doreen, all I was saying was, I mean, I was agreeing with Monica who said it originally. But I think we shouldn't assume that we're going to get on with everybody. You know, I mean, probably we often do, but I'm sure we've all experienced times where even our colleague or maybe some participants are really, really pissing us off, you know? And I think we shouldn't get to this thing of, oh, we can love everybody. It's not realistic. That's all. So I was agreeing with what Monica said, that's all.
All right, thank you so much, John. I agree with that you have underlined the agreement with Monica, but it's also true that we may not always get along with someone, but then can love help us bridge conflict? That's the question that we had, that you were asking. It was the second question of our discussion. So I open it up and I can see Ramana has mentioned something, conflict rises with lack of love. So love is the medicine that is required and that heals the wounds and resolves conflicts. Thanks so much, Ramana, for that. It heals. That Aichi tells us that love builds trust and can energize participants as well. Yes. Anyone else who would want to tell us whether love could help us with conflict resolution? We also need to keep in mind as facilitators that our love should be unbiased to maintain the neutrality. Indeed, yes, we got to offer unconditional support, unconditional empathy, and unconditional care for our colleagues and our participants. So then we don't get biased. Yes, Patrick, there's something you would want to say?
Yeah, I think it's a romantic notion that love can be a tool for conflict resolution. I think it can help, but it usually cannot help on its own, because there are usually reasons for conflict, and at certain point you have to address the underlying aspects of that conflict. So you can be in a situation where you love someone, or but at the same time be in conflict with that person. And a good example of that is the family setting. You can be in conflict with your brothers and sisters and even your parents or your children, but it does not necessarily mean that you don't love them. So love can, as a tool, basically helps to unlock certain aspects that allow you to engage more effectively. But on its own, it won't be sufficient to address the conflict in its entirety.
Thank you so much, Patrick, for bringing that across. And indeed, love, the elements of love, it's and I like the way you've put it across, that it's not about romantic love, and the facilitation kind of love that you're talking about is the element of care, support, empathy, and all that. And we go away from the romantic love, because that may not be very useful to our colleagues and our participants. Yes, Murali, there is something you want to say?
Yeah, so I have a slightly different perspective and view on this. Love, I think, is much closer and much more intimate. The word that I use for facilitation would be compassion, because compassion encompasses, empathy, unconditional love, and all of that. Love can be too intimidating to some people, and in a participants, especially with participants, it can cause a different, because not every participant wants to be very intimate with the facilitator, and especially when you're working with a group, maintaining neutrality, inclusiveness could be a challenge. So the word that I use that comes to me is compassion. Being compassionate gives you the distance and the space and the boundary to work with the other.
Right. Thank you so much, Murali, for the word compassion. And I can see Monica has agreed with you, and Vivian and Ramana, they all agree with you, like compassion would be better than love. And it's what we would use as a synonym for the love that we're talking about. Yes, and I'm all in agreement with that we should be looking out for the people that we are working with. All right, thank you. So the very last question of our discussion, and that is where culture falls in place. Irene, the very last question for us to discuss. Put it on the chat for us. Does culture affect how we show facilitation? How we show love in facilitation? Does culture affect how we show facilitation? Yeah.
So when you say culture, do you mean the country culture or the group's culture? What culture are we talking about?
Broadly speaking, let's put it in the context of the country's culture, because you'll find there's a particular behavior that people from a certain region will have, how they associate, how they interact, how they talk to one another. So that way, that behavior that they would have towards one another. So then does it affect how we show love in facilitation? Yes, Josephine says yes. Would you want to tell us more, Josephine?
Thank you very much. Well, I think it does affect the way you show love in facilitation, because how different cultures express love is different from how other cultures express love. So to be successful in facilitation under such circumstances, you'd be safer to act professionally in internationally acceptable standards, unless you're facilitating in a local community that would quickly understand that people from the eastern side or people from the western side do it this way or the other way. But short of that, I think it might end up offending some people, because if you nod ahead, some people would understand and know. And if you smile, some people will think you are probably mocking them or things of that kind. So that's why I think cultural differences affect the way you show love in facilitation. Thank you very much, please.
Thank you, Josephine, for that and for being very elaborate. And indeed, the element of awareness on the people that you're working with is very important, so that then you do not do something that goes against the norms and how people interact with one another. Monica, you had your hand up. We close it. Yes, Monica, would you want to go? Right, I can read a number of contributions in the chat, and I like the way we are doing our contributions. It's a very interesting topic. Ramana says, yes, there are cultures while which direct feedback is appreciated, and in some other countries, indirect feedback is loved. Indeed, cultural aspects do matter, as different countries derive different meanings through our body language. Very true. Like what I am doing right now in India would mean something different. I may not be saying yes. John says that he was remembering about a quote. Working with people means that you love people, but there are different versions of that. But he thinks it originates in China. Thanks, John, for that. Could love be having a healthy, empowering mindset? Abanet says, from the perspective of facilitation. And Ramana quickly answers that, yes, of course. There's a popular name in South Africa called Tanda Bantu, meaning someone who loves people. And he would love to be called so. So John, you are our Tanda Bantu. We will want you to rename you. So Rachel says when they facilitate in Muslim communities, they dress up like them as a sign of respect to their culture. Oh, yes. Doreen is doing a wonderful job of giving periodic posts and reading all the chats. That makes us feel included. Oh, that makes you feel loved. I interpret. So thank you so much. And because we've had very nice interactions and discussions, allow me then to give it to Irene to take us to the next session. To you, Irene. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Doreen. We appreciate you. And let's give a clap or something in the chat or somewhere. Just show some love by appreciating. Thank you, Doreen. We are going to go back into our breakout rooms, and this time we are going to, there are different languages of love in facilitation, and we are going to just talk about this and how you show your love in either in person when you're facilitating in person and virtually. And each group is going to share something in the Google Doc that I've shared the link. So, and then when we come back after about 10 to 12 minutes, we are going to see which is the preferred language of love or love language in facilitation. So I'm going to open the breakout rooms. You're going to be there for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then you can come back and we can talk about that. So I've opened the rooms. Please join. I've tried to shuffle them. I don't know if you're still going to get the same people, but if that's the case, it's still okay because it's a different topic. Make sure one of you can open the Google Doc so that you share different ideas in the Google Doc. It's the same one, so you just move down to your group and add space in between as you go. Yeah. So I hope you can find your groups and join them, please. Thank you. Yeah. Vivian. Haji, hi. You've just joined us. How are you? Hi, Haji. People are coming back. Let me just have it on as we wait for people to join. Yeah, people are coming in. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Hi. We shortened the session a little bit because we realized that we are going towards the end of the hour and some of us might want to leave on top of the hour. So we are just trying to manage the time. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being back. I'm just wondering what came up in your conversations as I opened the Google Doc. What came up? Anyone? Or shall we open the Google Doc and then we can go group by group? Who is ready? Which group is ready?
Can I just share what I wanted to say? Because I find myself in many groups.
Yes, Vivian.
Thank you. So for the expression of love in our culture, first of all, you need to say thank you, for example, when you want to say something or when you have just heard about something. So it you show love by doing that. Thank you or excuse me. Those are different terms.
Okay.
And again, when someone is providing some ideas, listening to that person without being distracted to any gadget or any other person talking, it will be a love expression. So it's very close to respect. So love is very close to respect. Although in our culture, you don't say to anyone like, I love you. You use the word, I like you, or I appreciate you. So saying I love you would be interpreted maybe differently. So that's what I would like to share with you. It's very close to respect. Thank you.
Thank you, Vivian. I appreciate that. Which group were you in? So that we...
I was
you
with
in
John.
many groups as...
I don't know which one was it.
Perhaps John can add, or whoever else was in that group, then we can proceed. I think you're in group 4 or 3.
Then I moved in another group, so I was. But the issue was when I was talking, I could hear you talking.
Because you joined with 2 gadgets, so that's why. You have 2 gadgets online, yeah.
So I need to do some training on that.
I can offer that sometime, yeah. So since you were in the same group as John, that was group 4, right?
Yeah, it was group 4. We were with Rachel as well.
Okay,
so
Rachel.
Please come in.
Okay then. Okay. Rachel, would you like to say something? If not, that's also okay. We can move to another group.
Okay, yeah.
There you are.
Thank you. We were with John and Vivian. Then Vivian left us at some point. And we said how to show love is by respecting your participants, and also respecting each other as core facilitators. And another way is giving equal opportunity to all participants in there is when if is a question that everybody contribute, so they all feel inclusive in the discussion or in the activity that you are facilitating. And okay, I'm not able to read through the other one, but I think John, you can finish up for me. Thank you.
No, I think you've covered everything. That's great. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. So we go on to group 5, but if something has been shared before, perhaps you can just sum it up. Yeah. So we have group 5 here using good body language. Who are in group 5? You can talk to us.
Yes. I'm from group 5.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just one second.
Okay. Would you like to just go on?
Yes. Yeah, in person, respecting the culture of my participants and building rapport to build a connect, try to be present, allowing people the space to share. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
allowing
yes.
people the space to share, may or may not want to show up before time and welcome them, make them comfortable with the space, offering help and support without being intrusive. Then virtual, included in the discussion, smile, welcome, address them by their names, call for volunteers, building rapport to build a connect, allowing them the space to just be in the session. These are the points from us.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
I hope you
I
are
think
giving them a lot of claps and appreciation. Yes, yes, please go on.
actually I read group once actually.
Oh, okay.
Group, I'm extremely sorry for that. I didn't see.
On
Here
behalf
I
of Group 1, thanks. Thank you, Gayatri.
No, group
oh,
1, don't worry, group 1, then we'll sum it up. Don't worry, that's also good. Because I think
okay.
everybody has read it. So
Yeah, I'm sorry.
thank you so much. No, that's
I'll
okay.
read out ours, group 5.
Since it's written, we don't need to read out. I wanted a
Thanks a lot.
summary.
Okay.
Yeah, just a summary of everything. Since you've done that, I think that's good enough. Yeah. I think we are good. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Shall we
Using
go
good
to
body language and eye contact, facial expressions. These are the 2 things we found most important.
Okay. Thank you. We appreciate you, and I hope we are appreciating her and the people in group 5 with a lot of emojis and a lot of clapping. Shall we go to group 1 then? Just sum it up since she's already read through. Group 1?
Yeah, I can quickly sum up. So I
Yes.
think most of us, there was an overlap in what we were, expressing. And between virtual and in person, it's about building that connect, smiling in your body language, virtually or during an in-person session, making sure that we're building the comfort of the participants. Either we ask them to volunteer or we create space for them by understanding maybe uh, they may have different preferences in the way they want to share. And we also make sure that we are respectful of them, of their cultures, of their need for help, so we don't outwardly or overtly reach out to them, but we through our own maybe actions reach out to them and ask them if they need support.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, group 1. And I hope there are a lot of appreciation for them. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Shall we go to group 2 in a nutshell, please, group 2? Some things have been repeated, but we still need to hear from you.
Okay, so maybe I can speak. This is Patrick
Yes,
from
please.
in our group we had Monica, we had Alicia, and we had Josephine. So things that have been repeated are culture, and we also added that respect also for religion and for the place of where the participants come from, because it makes them feel respected, included. Setting ground rules collectively or in a participatory way, because you start off right from the beginning in an inclusive way. Gratitude, I think, has been said quite a number of times, but we also looked at being consistent in how you treat and respond to participants. We also looked at the quality of presence, in other words, being fully present as a facilitator, not being sidetracked or distracted by anything, active listening. We also talked about using language and knowledge of the participants way, and this is particularly when you're from a different language group and you show that you've learned a bit of their language, etc. And the knowledge to also be aware of what people are going through. So if you're facilitating young people, for instance, when you refer to some music that they're listening to in that time, it endears you to them. There was another thing that I'm adding as myself, because we didn't really discuss it, but it might be interesting to also think about, which is respecting the time that the participants actually use to be for that period. So that would be what I'd add.
Yes. I think that's also a hint for us to move on. Thank you, Patrick. We appreciate you and appreciate group 2.
Not really, but
yes. No, I sense of humor also. Yeah. Thank you so much. Group 3, kindly make it short and share with us what you discussed, because I see you looked at some different things. Group 3, please. Group 3.
Anna Grace, are you doing it?
Anna Grace.
Yeah. I'll read what others didn't read. For us, we said the smile, it has been explained, the recognition has been explained, creating psychological safety to a person that, especially when you are in person, to a person that you feel like is being shy or being left behind, or is feel not confident to share and speak out. So so you create an environment when where you make that person feel confident to share and being appreciated. Follow up with a appreciation note, like yes, like you do the follow up and asking a person about how they felt about the session and everything. But also, before I forget that, we felt so much loved today with the message that we received in the email. It was personalized, and I felt it was me and myself, and then I realized it. Everyone received that message of reminder about being in a silent group. Finding a place where you feel comfortable and you can pay attention. Yeah, but also we discussed about celebrate contribution by clapping and everything, but also use personal names, like instead of saying Fulani, Mwa Fulani, so it's like say Anna Grace, please. The fact that you can mention my name, I feel like you love me so much. Breakout groups, today we were able to speak with a lady from Kenya. Jamani, kwa nini nimesahau jina lake hapa? Already. Okay. We had, I think, Rachel. Was it Rachel? Gertrude Mithamo. We were able to speak with her and talk to her face to face. Clapping and use name breakout groups. Yes, use of interactive tools, like the songs, the music today, dance and everything. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Anna Grace. We appreciate you and we appreciate Group 3 and all the other groups. I hope there's a lot of clapping and a lot of things going on there. Oh, thank you so much. So there are so many ways of expressing love, and as we've noticed that I do know that some of our cultures do not even have the word I love you, you know. So, or we usually don't use it really, you know. You say, I like you, I love you. But then there's of course, there's something called the 5 love languages, and some of them are words of affirmation. What we tell people, like you've picked up in your discussions, we have acts of service, showing love by being helpful, just telling people that I can do this and that for you, or just sharing what you know with people, like we do as facilitators. Receiving gifts or giving gifts. You express your love through giving gifts. Sometimes in facilitation, we have sweets, we have cakes, we have this that we give. Sometimes people might think it's a small thing, but it goes a long way, especially when you are facilitating. Quality time and keeping time. Thank you, Patrick. Quality time, giving undivided attention, and just making people feel seen, see people. Physical touch, but that can be, you know, culturally very sensitive. It depends on who it is that you are touching. A tap on the shoulder, a hug, you know, something like that. But that one, then you have to know the culture and understand that. I know for us it's shaking hands, and of course clapping is what we do a lot. So those are some of the examples of the 5 love languages that we can use in facilitation, and they have all come up, and even much more in the discussions that we've had. So thank you for sharing your ideas. I know we are running out of time, but I want us to do just a bit of, we won't take the 10 minutes, but just a bit of positive gossip. You know, positive gossip is when you compliment people. So in this circle, I know we've talked about a lot of things, but I just want at least 2 people to appreciate something they have been through, you know, appreciate someone, you know, give someone some compliments that you've met in your facilitation journey. Just 2 people, but not too long, just short. Yeah. So this is what we call the positive gossip. So just 2 people. Or you can also share in the chat. Sorry?
Yes. I wanted to say they could also do the chat as well.
Yes,
thanks.
Yeah. So as the 2 people speak, and very briefly, please, you can share in the chat also. Yes, it's got positive gossip. Yes. It's like, do you know? Yeah, I would probably say, do you know that I appreciate Doreen for making me appreciate storytelling and realize that I can also be a good storyteller. So that is positive gossip. Yeah. So I see that, yes, of course, there's positive gossip, and many people to appreciate John says, you know who you are. Oh, okay, people know themselves. It might, you know, yeah. Anyone wants to say something? Just one more person to appreciate someone they have met and appreciate, even if we don't know them. Monica says, me too. Thank you for the
Me, I start with hey, navojua kujipendeza. Me, I start with Irene.
Oh, thank you.
I do appreciate you a lot, especially in online facilitation, and you tried, maskini ya Mungu. Sometimes I felt, but you were. I do appreciate you a lot. Yeah, and someone else is Churchill. You know Churchill, yeah?
Yes, Churchill. Yes, yes.
Yeah, I don't see him regularly nowadays. I don't know where he is, but I appreciate him here a lot. That guy is a natural facilitator, just natural like that. Yeah, and you enjoy and you smile whenever he facilitates. He's a guy.
Thank you. Oh,
Yeah.
asante sana. We have Coach, you appreciate Anna Grace's energy and enthusiasm and positivity. Thank you for joining us, Coach. We appreciate you too. I remember. Yes. Shall we move on? And I hand over to, unless someone wants to say something, you can also add it into the chat. And I'll hand over now to Doreen. Yes, please speak.
Yes, I really would like to appreciate you, Erin. Sorry if I pronounce your name, and also John. He's persistent in encouraging us all the time, and also Kevin, who was here and really sacrificed to give us a training and help from his busy schedule, and there are so many. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, I think there are so many things that we appreciate, people that have encouraged us. I still remember, Murali, your session in the Africa conference when you joined us all the way from India. I've never forgotten that, and that I'll carry throughout my life. So thank you for doing that, and everybody else. I do appreciate a lot of people, and those who know me, I usually call and tell you. So you know that. So as we come to an end, before everybody leaves, we have just a checkout thing that we're going to do. How was your experience in this session? Please change the chat, or one person speaks, just a short one. Yeah, how was your experience in the chat? How was the experience? We have, oh yeah, Coach appreciates Aichi for being growth-minded internally and with a great spirit. Oh, okay. Morali says, oh, the session was engaging, very nice and lively session. Thank you, John. I'm really happy that everybody joined from different parts of the world. And this is a beginning of a great thing, considering that this is the beginning of the year. So thank you. Grateful of love, yes. We shared love, and we shared ways of that we can share love in our facilitation, because love goes a long way. I saw that host, co-host, facilitation, or smiling, full of energy and radiant. Yes, because I think that, you know, you have to show what you're feeling inside. Well-structured, intentional, and participatory. Thank you so much. A productive evening away from my blues. Oh, welcome. Interactive, thank you. And thank you for engaging an interesting session, respecting, admiring, appreciating. Thank you. The next question, we are moving on. What is your biggest takeaway for this session? What is that one thing that you're like, And one of you can pick the mic if you want. You can also speak, please. We don't all have to type. You can also pick the mic and say, this is what I got to say because I have something to say today. So please pick the mic and say something. What is your biggest takeaway? Love alone cannot solve conflict. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like, what's her name? Tina Turner said, what's love got to do with it? So it's also another way of looking at it. Yeah, every 5 minutes during posting and taking time to read all the comments. Oh, yes, that's one takeaway, yes. 5 love language, yes. It's good to actually know them and use them in your facilitation, but just consider the cultures we've brought it up. So many ways of expressing love in facilitation. Yes, thank you, Aichi. And Vivian, we have Ramana. Moralic compassion is a much more encompassing word. Yes, compassion. We show compassion, and that is more than love. Okay, now what I loved was. Now we go back to love or compassion. What I loved was. Maureen says facilitation is paramount soft skills for the modern day engagement. Yes, it is, and it's not. We are trying to sell that to everybody, that facilitation is the way forward. We try to introduce it to higher education. So quite a number of people in higher education are using facilitation as opposed to lecturing in their session. So yes, we are getting there. So what did you love today? You know, what I loved was, You demonstrating how love your participants by reading all the messages. That is actually key because people feel seen. Otherwise, how, we are not all talkative. We are not all high energy like Irene. So it's always good to read people's energy, people's messages in the chat. But if a woman gives me a hug, I may take a totally different where, yes, Ramana, yes. But, and that's why when I meet people that I want to hug, I always ask, can I hug you? Because I have to ask for the permission for people's space. Suno.com, yes, the welcome music. Yes, please create music with Suno. You'll be surprised what you can create with Suno. It's very, but it goes out of, it gets excited. It's AI, it gets excited. So just please control the prompt that you give it so that it doesn't get too excited and give you very funny words in it. Yes, Tika said, I loved your warmth, the unique way of engaging us through the song. Yes, thank you. We appreciate you. Doreen, back to you.
Oh, thank you so much, Irene, and thanks so much to every single one of us who's made time for the session. And at this point, Irene is sharing love. At this point, I would ask if you're comfortable because we would want to take a photo. If you're comfortable to put on your video so that we can take a photo as we leave the room, if that's fine with you. Feel free to put on your cameras if you're comfortable. If you're not, that's still fine. So Irene is going to be our camera person the next 1 second. Yes, so the next 1 second, and that's fine. Oh,
I'm doing my own things here. Anyone else can screenshot also? Anyone else who can screenshot, please do, and you can share it with us, because I'm doing very funny things here and my computer is misbehaving. So
yeah,
anyone else who can screenshot, we'll appreciate.
So let's several of us screenshots.
Shall we say goodbye in our languages? Everybody, 1, 2, 3.
Kwaheri.
Kwaheri.
Auf Wiedersehen. Alles Gute.
Please spread the love. Please spread the love, and thank you for being here. We love you. We appreciate you. We are happy. Yes. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
You can stay on. You can stay on. We'll be playing the song again from Suno. So if you're here, you can still hear. Yes, you can hear the music from Suno again. Yes.
All right. And bye, everyone. And thanks for making time to come on board. Thanks.
Yeah.
Mzee wa Pwani. Come. Nice to see you, Amanda.
Amanda.
I'm not sure you can hear even this.
He's come back again, and again.
Don't worry, I'm doing bad things. Don't worry.
Okay, kwaheri.
There you are. You can hear, yeah? Now it's okay.
Facilitators move the vibe.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Sessions blending hearts ignite. Africa shines so bright. In the village or the town. Online listening never down. AI's wisdom, pure intent. Transforming spaces, moments spent. From Nairobi